semester, I took things way, way, way later than I normally do. I'm not going to be as generous this semester. I mean, I'll still be a little generous, but hey, if something is missing, please get it in as soon as possible. I'll probably take it for about a week for a little less credit and then not so much take it. So the Nearpod was from Monday. I think most of you did that. I know, Juana, you asked about it, but I'm pretty sure you did it. It was from Monday. It was just like a little intro about yourself. And in fact, I think it was you, Juana. I could be wrong. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? When's your birthday?
El 16 de agosto.
¿Cuándo?
El 16 de agosto.
Yo también. Birthday,
¿De
buddy.
verdad?
Yeah. I knew you turned yours in because I kind of remember that. All right. So yes, I got yours. No worries. So I did read through them and I'll get you a few points for that, get you a few points for your vocab, and just make sure you stay on top of your stuff. All right. Let's feel like everybody's off to a good start. Got most of our cameras on. If your camera's not on, I'm sure you've told me why it's not on. And you're there when I call on you, and we're starting out strong. And I feel like everybody's off to a pretty good start. So, is that about Leah? Okay, no worries. Okay, so let's see. Hoy vamos a continuar con vocabulario y mandatos. Mandatos are those commands that we did yesterday. Before we do that, though, I want you to get up and move. Find me something old. Algo viejo. What's the oldest thing in your room? Ready, go. Find something. Take a minute. Un minuto. La cosa más vieja. And in this case, we're talking about positive commands. So we're telling someone what to do as opposed to what not to do, right? And so we said yesterday, we were also doing to commands. So who are you talking to if you're doing a to command? Somebody want to answer that question for me? What does it mean? If we're in the to form, we have to be talking to who? Whom? Anyone? To, what's the to form? What does that mean? Gracie?
You?
Yeah. And specifically it's you, it's informal. So it's like, here, I'll show you on the notes what I'm talking about here. You're like talking to your friends or a family member. Okay. So you're telling your mom, or you're talking to your grandma, or you're talking to your friend, and you're saying like, I don't know, maybe you're telling your little brother to set the table, or you're telling your grandma to go for a walk. I'll watch my sister. You go for a walk. Or maybe you are telling your friend to go get the pizza. All right. So again, you have to be talking to your friend or a family member here. This is not what you would tell me to do, because for me, I'm an adult. You have to use a more formal command. Okay. So basically, there was one big rule, and somebody want to tell me what it is? It's right there in front of you if you're looking at it. What do we do? How do we make a positive to command? What is the main number one thing that we do for most verbs that are regular? Quick hand. This is so quick. You're staring at it. You're raising your hand. Quick hand. Quick hand. Did she freeze? No, she's waiting for someone to answer her question. How do I make a positive to command? I believe you are staring at it. There's a little asterisk. It says simply
put the verb in the LA usted present tense form.
Thank you, Charlie. All right. So right there, simply put the verb in the LA usted form of the present tense. So that means most AR verbs are going to end with an A. ER and IR verbs are going to end with an E. Be careful. There are some stem changes. Here was one we did yesterday. Duerme has a UE in it. So remember, those are the boot verbs or the shoe verbs that we looked at earlier in the year. And you do kind of need to keep an eye out for those. Trying to think of some that we've been using, like, I don't know, like jugar, right, is juega, or we have dormir is duerme, or we had, I don't know, what's can't think of any right now. Poder, puede. So those are the ones you just have to be a little careful of. Otherwise, just put an A on the end if it's an AR verb, or an E on the end if it's an E or an IR verb. All right, then we got these irregulars that we talked about. I'm going to let you practice on those for just a minute. And if you remember my super kind of lame story that I told you yesterday, but if you paid attention to it, the key phrase here is at the bottom. It says, did Sal Pon say Baben has 10? So remember, say it with me. Did Sal Pon say Baben has 10? Go ahead, say it one more time. Did Sal Pon say Baben has 10? So what does that help you with? It helps you with all the irregulars, right? So the did is for D, Sal and Pon, say, Bay and Ben, odds for has, and 10 for 10. All right, then you have to remember what words they go with. So D goes with this year, and ultimately you need to know that that means tell, because there's no point in just memorizing D goes with this year if you don't know what it means. So it's kind of like having 8 vocab words here if you don't know what these mean. Now I would assume most of them, you know, ear is to go, you know, Sarah is to be, you know, poner is to put, you know, tener is to have. So maybe you have to refresh on venir and aser and salir and desir. So maybe half of them you know pretty well, and half of them you need to refresh on what they mean. All right. So what I have done for you is I have made a quick Quizlet practice with just those irregulars on it. So I would like to give you 5 minutes to review those irregulars, and then I'm going to have you, I have a whiteboard. I know you probably don't. If you have a whiteboard, you can use yours. Otherwise, you write them down on a piece of paper, and I'm going to just go over a bunch and see if you've got this. All right. So if you would please go to, actually, you know what? Let me go first and I'll show you. It's on your current lesson if you want to go there. Otherwise, I'll just share real quick. So here's your current lesson. So we are on this. Look, I made you a little Quizlet. It's only 8 cards long, and it has your positive, irregular 2 commands. So you can go through them, make sure you know what they mean, make sure you recognize them. And obviously, kind of like you do with vocab, you can go to full screen if you want. And you can go to options. It can say them for you. If you want to hear them, you can go from English to Spanish and Spanish to English. You should be able to go both ways. You don't need to star them because there's only 8. But
say tell. D. Say tell. Leave. Sal. Leave. Sal.
All right. So you can kind of mess with the options there if you want to. Otherwise, just go through them like normal flashcards. That's fine too. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When is our first test in here? Do you know?
I mean, probably next week. I usually do one. I do I kind of tend to do quizzes. It won't be vocab because I give you longer to learn your vocab because there's a lot of that. So I guess probably your first quiz would be over commands. I don't know, probably. No, oh, well, you know what? We'll probably do negative commands next week. And then maybe at the end of the week, I would give you a quiz over positive and negative commands. That would
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to my current lesson now, and I'm going to put 5 minutes on my timer here, and I would like you to spend 5 minutes seeing if you can't feel pretty good about the did Sal Pon say Baben has 10, the forms, and what they mean. Okay, you got to be able to do both the form and what it means, and then we'll do a little practice together. Okay? All right, so I'm putting 5 minutes on my clock. Ready, set, go. Practice. Right? So I'm not doing the ones you just practiced yet. Okay, so we're just going to do some regular commands. And your first one is hablar. Okay, I'll hold up a list for you here in a minute. And all right, so I got 4 for you. Let's try hablar, vivir, beber, cantar. Okay, I want a positive 2 command for each one. So please jot them down somewhere. If you can get on your camera, just so I know you're there, that would be amazing. I know I forgot to tell you to turn it back on.
Wait, so what's your question?
I want you to make this into a command, right? So basically you're putting it in the he, she form. Okay. Present tense, he, she form. Okay, I'll be looking for some volunteers here. I got lots of opportunities to get some points. I'll probably try and make sure everybody gets a point that hasn't gone yet, and then I'll be back to regular volunteers. All right, so let's start with numero uno. How would I say speak or speak Spanish? Get your hand up if you want it. And again, I'm gonna try and just get people filled in here that haven't gotten any points yet. Let's see, Sebastian,
Habla.
there it is. Hey, habla español. All right, how about live? What if I want to say live? You should, I don't know, live in Colorado. What's that gonna look like? Live. Just looking, if I'm ignoring you for a second, it's just because you already have a point or two. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through my list. So you can, well, okay. Rodney, no, you go ahead. Rodney, go.
I didn't write. Is it? Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know what it is on here.
Here's what you're gonna do. Put it in the he, she form. So we're gonna drop off our ending here. Since it was an IR verb, what goes on the end there?
Let me go look at my notes.
All right, Rodney, pay attention. I'll come back to you for another one, okay? Just pay attention. You'll get it in a minute. Let's go, Ethan.
Vive.
Yep, there it is. Vive. All right, so just to review, if it's an AR verb, you're just gonna put an A on the end. If it's an ER-IR verb, you're just gonna put an E on the end. So habla, vive. All right, does that help? Kylan.
Is it bebe?
Bebe. Bebe, mucha agua, right? You should drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. All right, let's go with cantar. I'm going back to you, Rodney. You got it this time?
Is it? You talking about for number 4, right, or number 3?
4.
Is it Conte?
Close. It's an AR verb, so just keep the A on the end. So how are you going to say that?
Canta?
There it is. Canta. Good. All right. So, habla, vive, bebe, canta. All right. Regular AR and ER and IR verbs. All right. So, I'm going to give you 4 more. I'm going to give you some irregulars now. Okay, so from the ones you just practiced. So in your head, you're thinking, did Sal Pon say Beben has 10? That's what you're thinking. All right, so I'm gonna kind of mix them up here. I don't know what that was for. Oh, I think I snoozed it or something. While I'm doing these, while you were practicing, did anybody pay attention? How many of those irregulars have accents? Show me on your hand if you know. How many of those irregulars have accents? If you want to look real quick, you can. Here, I'll finish writing, then I'll look up again. Okay, how many of those irregulars have accents is the question. All right, how many? Okay, good. I'm looking around. I see a lot of that. Yeah, only one. One has an accent. Try and stick that on. All right, so we've got ser, decir, ir, and salir. All right, so I want you to tell me be as in be nice, decir, tell as in tell me the truth, they go as in go to the store, and salir, leave as in get out, leave. All right, see what you can do here. Ideally, if you can do some without looking, that's great. If you can't, then use your notes. I'd rather you use your notes than not do anything. Oh, no worries, Alyssa. I figured. All right. Final answers, final answers. All right. Sayer, I'm going down my list. Like I said, I want to get everybody a point here. Juana, got Sayer for me?
Is it S?
No, that is a form of Sayer, but this one's irregular. So it's one of your, did Sal Pon say Beben has 10? Does that help?
I'm confused.
Okay, I'll come back. All right, let me pick on somebody else. We'll come back. This is from all the irregulars we've been working on. Let's see. Who has not here, not here, not here. Joel. Joel, you want to do it? Oh,
Wait, what are we doing?
Sayer. Can you give me the irregular command for Sayer?
Sarah, is it like fue or something?
No, that's past tense.
It's
past tense.
Uh-huh.
Fui.
You're still in the past tense.
I'm lost. Wait, is it a star?
No, good try.
I'm
Listen, now look at those notes that I just popped. These notes from yesterday, or it's the Quizlet that I just showed you.
Okay.
I'll come back to you. I'm coming back. So get
All right.
okay. Juana wants another chance. Go ahead, Juana.
Okay, I'm looking at this thing. Is it say?
Yes.
Okay. I
Okay.
was so confused. I don't know what.
That's
Okay,
okay.
I'm sorry.
That's why we're doing it. You're fine. So sayer, the command is say. Like if I want you to be nice, I could tell you to, I could say simpático, right? Be nice. All right. How about decir? Who's got decir for me? Charlie, go ahead.
D.
Yeah. So that's the first one for did salpon, right? D. Okay. So if I want you to tell me something, dime. All right. How about ear? Ear. What are you thinking, Zoe?
The.
Yeah, they. Remember that's from that guy's name, Vaven. Good old Vaven. All right. And Salir, Joel, have we caught up with you? Are you with me at all yet?
So I'm looking at the Quizlet right now.
Okay.
Is it? Hold on a second.
It's just a
I'm going through it.
You're fine. There's only, are you going through the big Quizlet with like 40 or
It
80?
has 8 things on it.
Oh, no, that's the one. Yeah.
Salir. It's one of the 8, right? It's Saul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Redemption. Okay, good. All right.
All right.
So if I want you to leave, I say, Sal, leave. All right. So again, this is the D, Sal, say, then. Bay. No, sorry, that's Bay, not Ben. All right. So that's half of them. All right. Let's do the other half. And again, if you're not there yet, that's fine. We just started these. All right. So let me see what's left. We had poner. Let's do poner for number 1. Venir, tener, and aser. All right, there they are. Those are the 4 we were missing. So see if you can jot those down. If you can do it without looking, great. If you can do some without looking, great. I'd say 1 and 2 and 3. Actually, these are kind of the easier ones maybe to do without looking because they're just kind of shortened versions of each word. All right, so let's see. I don't know. Karen, you want to do one for me? You want to do numero uno?
One.
Pon, there it is. Gracias. Okay. So pon la mesa, set the table, put the stuff on the table, pon la mesa. All right. How about venir? Venir. Who I heard from today? I don't know. Lauren, want to do one? Lauren with the sore toe.
Which one?
I want to do number 2. Venir.
Is it Vene?
Nope. You had it right the first time. Just Ven.
Oh.
Right. Because that's part of that guy's name. Remember Vaven?
Oh yeah.
With all the kids. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
All right. What we got for tener? Yasmin, you got tener? I know you're having some internet troubles. Are you there? Yasmin, are you there? She might not be there. All right, Morgan's got it. Morgan, go ahead.
Is it 10?
It is 10. And last but not least, oh, I don't know. I'm trying to see anybody. We have really, I think I've gotten everybody a point that's here. Yeah, I think we're good. Unless Yasmin, are you there? Okay, so who wants it? Who wants to do the last one? Gosh, Gracie and Alyssa both have a lot of points. Anybody else? Okay, Jameson, go ahead.
Has.
You got it. So H-A-Z, Az. Like haz la tarea. Do your homework. Sounds good. All right. Coming along, we feel like these are kind of a work in progress. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep working on them. We'll keep working on them next week too. And then eventually they need you to know them. All right, so why don't we let the commands rest for the day? And I do have, well, actually, you're still going to do commands, but I want to, I've got a textbook activity for you. And I know some of you may not have even used the textbook last semester, so I want to make sure we know how to do it. We'll do one together, and then I'll let you finish that up. So textbook activity is kind of our last one for the day. And then I just said Quizlet for homework tonight. So if you don't finish the textbook activity, you can kind of keep working on that for homework. And if you do, then, 5 or 10 words on Quizlet is my recommendation every night. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to just go back through how to get on the textbook, just because some of you maybe haven't done this ever or for a while. So I'm going to screen share, and then if you know what you're doing, I'll let you leave and go do it. And if you don't know what you're doing, then I can certainly help you go through it again. All right. So what you do is you got to go to your portal is where you have to start. Okay. So your portal doesn't look quite like mine, but it looks something like this. So go ahead and get to your portal, and then you're going to go to this little orange circle that says Pearson. Okay, so you're going to click on Pearson. Then your page is going to look sort of like this, although not exactly. And you're going to click on this Savvis Realize button over here on the right. Okay, so click on that Savvis Realize. And then if you've ever been here, you should have your classes. Yours might be going up and down. For some reason, I think mine go across with the teacher version. But you're going to click on this orange circle that says classes. And then yours is probably going to say Spanish 3 fall and Spanish 3 spring. So obviously you want to click on the Spanish 3 spring. And then you should find one assignment. Now I'm going to go to it from a different place because I can't actually get to the assignment there. But it should look like, it's number 11. It says Actividad 11. So it kind of looks like this. And if you can't see it, oh my gosh, I keep snoozing. If you can't see it, maybe look up here just with me so I can show you what it is. So look, this is just explaining if you need another explanation of commands. Here are the irregulars. All right, so here's the little activity you're going to do. So you have 8 questions. You have to decide which vocab word makes sense, and then you have to put it in the command form. All right, as I'm looking at these, there are some irregulars like hacer and ear and salir. So most of them are regular. I will say there are a couple stem changers. Don't forget jugar is UE. Mantener, mantiene, IE. Oh no, never mind. This is going to be a command. So you're going to use tener. So you'd use the 10, TEN there. That's it. Oh, pedir is eat I. So there are a couple little changes in there. So what you're going to do is look at the meaning. Te duelen las piernas. I would think you're thinking, are your legs hurting? And then it says blank ejercicio, do some exercise. So I think I'm going to go with the verb hacer. It is irregular. So then when I come down here to fill it in, what's my command for hacer? Help me, somebody say it.
Pause.
There it is. All right, so there's one down. All right, now once you go through these, then there's a little, you can check your answers here. I guess that's it. Then you can submit it for me and I'll know that you tried your best. Okay, so I would like you to spend, a few minutes on that right now. And then, like I said, you can either finish it up later for homework if you don't quite finish it, or then you can work on a little Quizlet tonight. So here's what I'm going to say. If you know what you are doing, you're comfortable using the textbook, then you are welcome to leave the Zoom and go do that. If you are not, then please feel free to stay on and I'll help you go back through and make sure you know how to get on your textbook. Okay. So otherwise, hasta mañana. Stick around if you have a question. Okay.